A lot of you enjoyed the last video where I talked about things that could possibly happen if you marry somebody who is financially beneath you. So here's the other end of the spectrum. Things that might happen if you marry somebody that's financially above you. Why am I making this video? Because men be menning, and men of any educational, financial status is capable of doing negative shit to you. So let's dive into this list. Also, before I dive into this list, none of this shit is happening to me. The last video, y'all were like, that's what you went through? No, bitch. Yes, I was a delusional pick-me, but one thing about it, and two things for sure, nobody drove my car, nobody was living with me, and nobody was taking my fucking money. Number one, that man thinks he knows more than you. So he will not value your opinion because he's the one with all the money. What the fuck do you know? Two, he will think that he can get away with any and everything because you've become accustomed to this amazing lifestyle. So, I mean, get over it. I mean, I cheated on you with my secretary. You're going to give up all this because you're mad? Three, he might know some very important people in your city and or state. He might know the lawyers and he might know the judges. He eats with them at certain social clubs or groups. He plays golf with them. He plays basketball with them. He sees them within his social circles. So that would mean if you are wanting to get a divorce, everybody's going to take his side. Yes, I have seen this happen to people before. Next point, because I've lost count of the numbers. If you have kids with this man and you threaten to leave him, he could possibly do everything within his power to get those kids taken from you. Because he knows so many people and has so many connections, he could put together a case that makes it seem like you are this deranged, psychotic drug addict that's unfit to be a mother. Even if that is not true, he has the power to make that happen. Next, if he's superficial, it will be expected that you are to keep up your youthful good looks for the rest of your fucking life. What this means, you cannot gain weight. You cannot get so much as a smile line, a wrinkle, a gray hair. No stretch marks, no cellulite. You have to look perfect in order to continue to be his arm candy and to make him look good. And this connects to one of my earlier points. If you do decide to leave him and he knows a lot of people and has a lot of connections, you could be blacklisted and basically banished from your community. All the friends you accumulated during the time of knowing him will no longer be your friends. All the places that you used to go to will no longer accept you and will cancel your membership. All the places you will eat will all of a sudden have all their tables booked up, and you might feel lonely because everybody that you thought was your friend will no longer be your friend. Next thing, and this is like really unfortunate, your own friends and family will turn their back on you because what the fuck do you mean you want to leave him? This man is paying for my rent every month because I'm related to you. This man is going to be my retirement plan. This man just helped your sister get through college. If you ever have a complaint about this man, everybody's going to be like, wake the fuck up. You have an amazing life. And because I'm connected to you, I have an amazing life. Do not turn your back on our meal ticket. Next thing is they might try to lowball you if you are, well, more than likely, if you are signing a prenup. They might try to lowball you if you are not educated in what exactly it is you want or what you're looking for, and if you cannot afford a lawyer of your own. And they will use live-in romance to their advantage. You love them so much, I mean, you want to spend the rest of your life with them, so you're just going to sign any fucking thing, right? And that will be to your detriment. Next thing is, if you have children with this man, depending on how old those children are and you decide to leave him, your children might take his side because, let's be honest, most kids are superficial as hell. I have a real story. I was once in a car accident, and I had this guy who was my chiropractor. And he was telling me about, I forgot how we started talking about this, but he shared with me that his kids wanted to leave him to go live with their mom. So he laughs about it and says, and I told my kids, if you leave me, I'll take those cars away from you. Ow, 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 ow. horrible fucking person. Because what teenager is going to want to give up a luxury car that they drive to school in? What teenager is going to want to give up all the cool, new, expensive ass makeup that they do their TikTok get ready with me's to? What teenager is going to want to give up the cool clothes and the cool Instagram worthy vacations? Let's just be real here, okay? And it's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't want to be with you. It's that, fuck, I'm a teenager and I look cool right now. I'm giving up my fucking lifestyle. Be for real. This one, they might realize the truth later on in life. I actually have a friend who her kids went to live with their dad, and then once they turned 18 and got out on their own, they realized what an asshole their dad was and stopped talking to him. However, when you're in the thick of it and it's happening, I can imagine how painful that might be. Next point, if you are not smart enough to not just sign a prenup, but to get it looked over by a lawyer to try to some extent to understand what you're looking at and to make it work in your benefit, you will be left penniless. Okay, there's a woman on this app right now whose husband made, I think, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And she went from that lifestyle to living a lifestyle where she sometimes makes below minimum wage, and she is struggling to get her life back on track all these years later. Next thing is, just because this person has a lot of money, just because they're hardworking and well-known, that does not mean that if y'all get divorced and you get custody of the kids, that does not mean they're going to pay child support. It doesn't mean they're going to pay alimony. You'd be surprised the things that people will do to escape having to pay child support or alimony. You would hear some of these stories and be like, what the fuck, man? So just because he got the money now, don't mean you're going to get any of it later. Lastly, now this could happen in any financial status of man. White Lotus is an example of this. Okay? If something happens where that man is going to lose a business or has to file bankruptcy because of poor decisions or whatever the case may be, he might decide that the best option is to get rid of you. If he wants to start a new life with his secretary, he might decide again that the best option is to get rid of you, permanently get rid of you. Because for some odd reason, a divorce is just not a good option. I will never understand this. So just keep in mind, always look out for yourself, and everything that glitters ain't gold.